Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Run of Play podcast. So, Arsenal had the chance to change history. 33 years without winning the cup, but they didn't do it. 6 years without a trophy, but they didn't do it. But instead, Manchester City and Pep Guardiola made history by winning 5 league cups, overtaking Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson. But that's not the main gist. In other news, top four is wide open. Everton, David Moyes is looking forward to going to the Champions League. He has one eye on the Champions League, and obviously, breaking news this week: Morocco has been handed the Afcon trophy. So we'll be discussing all of this in today's episode of ROP Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, but from the perspectives of our team. I'm your guy, Dr. Toves. The other panelists are not here, but we've got an able representative, DJ El Pablo of United Talks podcast. How are you feeling today, my guy, DJ El Pablo?
I'm feeling good, bro. Feeling good. I started the weekend really sad, but then eventually ended up smiling with a huge smile on my face because things panned out the way we expected them to. But yeah, feeling good, feeling cool this weekend.
Yeah, I wonder why you're smiling. Why are you smiling? You guys, United did not win, so
Okay,
why are you smiling?
okay. So I started my weekend really sad. We drew to
Mm,
Bournemouth in a very horrible way, and I could target or attribute it to so many factors. And
mm,
then teams around us dropped points. Chelsea lost. Um, Chelsea lost, and I think Liverpool lost as well. And then Aston Villa, yeah, they won. Obviously, they were playing against West Ham, and then
yeah.
Arsenal. Arsenal
Hmm.
lost the final. And for me, I felt like I felt Arsenal deserved it, but then we're going to get to that point
Yeah,
and
we'll
discuss it.
get
But yeah,
into it. We'll
do get
get into it. Yeah, so Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2. This game, I don't even know what to call the performance. It was not a boring. It was not. The game was not boring. It was by no means boring, but Arsenal did not turn up. Like they only showed up for the first 10 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the game. First 10 minutes, I thought, okay, this is going to be our day. Kai Havertz and Saka costing Trafford to have three triple save within a couple of seconds. So I was like, okay, the boys really mean it. And from like after Nkapie got his yellow card in the 15th minute, it's like it was all City from that point on to the end of the game, which was terrible to see and terrible to watch. I wanted Raya to start, but I understood that, you know what? Kepa has been the cup keeper. Trafford is the cup keeper, so why not? Let him play. I understood that element, but there was one damaging stat, and that stat was Kepa has never won a final. So if Kepa has never won a final, I don't know why
it.
Arteta was starting him. I know people will say Kepa was not the only reason why we lost the game. I understand that part. But that first goal, if that was David Raya, we know that goal is not going in because he collects cross on the skippy job on the regular. But Kepa had flappy hands and he could not even kick the ball, right? But not only that, our forwards did not even show up. The only person that played slightly better among the forwards was Gyökeres, but he didn't even have a shot on target. So I don't even know I can even say he played better. First half, like I said, first 10 minutes, all Arsenal. From the 15th or 19th minute onwards, was all City. So, second half, I was thinking, okay, Nkapia has a yellow card. Let's bring on Calafiori. But that did not happen. We considered the first goal. It was only after that point that Arteta wanted to make subs. So, now my question is it a tactical, the loss, was it tactical or was it mentality? Is it because the players did not turn up today? I don't think they turn up. The only people that I can credit was maybe Saliba and Gabriel, Rice, and Calafiori. Everyone else to me was way lower. Jesus as a sub had the moment. Noni Madweke, I don't know what he did as a sub. Right? So it was just I don't I don't know how to feel. I know that in the league we still have hope that we are going to win the trophy this season. We are going to win the league, but this was not a good showing at all because what if we get to the FA Cup final? Are we going to play like this? What if we get to the Champions League final? Are we going to play like this? Right? If you're 1-0 down, you expect your players to show fight, but they did not show fight. So it was quite disappointing. But we'll always look for the positives because as an Arsenal fan, they say it's the hope that kills. So the positive is that hopefully we learn from this and we make sure that we win that league. But DJ Pablo, as a neutral or as a hater, I don't know which one you fall in the category. Do you think that the loss today was because of Arsenal's mentality or it was Arteta's poor tactics?
So it can be a bit of both if I look at it, because I watched the highlights of the first half, but I caught the entire second half. But it can be a bit of both, and I'll take a cue from what happened to us as well against Bournemouth, where we're playing so good, intensity was really high, and then Casemiro gets a yellow card, and the momentum of the game changes, and we no longer had a midfield that was strong enough to deal with Bournemouth's midfield and pace. The same thing for Manchester City. We all know that Manchester City are definitely going to be a position-based team, but that's like two position-based teams playing kind of similar formation. I looked at it and observed the multiple switches that were going on within the game, and it was kind of like both teams mirroring each other. They both started in a 4-2-3-1. They both played a 3-2-5. They both played a 4-2-4 at some point when they were without the ball. It just was there. I mean, Mendy and Rice were the two in the middle, and then the remaining four were just all attacking. And then for Man City, as same thing. Rodri and Silva were the two in the middle, and then obviously Cheki, Doku, Semenyo, and Haaland were the four that were attacking. And I noticed something. I don't know, maybe it was as a result of what happened in the first half. Once Kepa had the ball, City would not move. City was just standing, and there was a point where Kepa had the ball for like 30 seconds. Yeah, and I'm like, it's like Guardiola has told them not to press on Kepa so that they won't go long, right? Because if they go long, they know Gyökeres has the pace and the strength to deal with Kusanov.
And Havertz can hold the ball down. Yeah.
Kusanov is quite fast. Yeah. So, and then he knows that obviously that the attack for Arsenal can deal with Nathaniel, who is not as fast, can deal with Kusanov, who is very fast, but then it was going to be a situation where they will not be able to win the second ball. That's for Man City. So I think where Arteta got it all wrong was in his starting 11.
So you thought it was a wrong lineup?
Now, I later on realized that, yes. I later on realized that it was that Eberechi Eze was injured. If not, Eberechi Eze should be starting this game. But then, I think where he got it wrong was in starting lineup. That Hincapi at the back should have been Calafiori. Then
I said this in my prediction. I wanted Calafiori to play. Exactly. People were saying also other Arsenal fans were saying, you know what, Hincapi has been very, very good. Hincapi will be able to handle Semenyo. But did he actually handle Semenyo? Because when Calafiori came on, we didn't really see Semenyo anymore. Yeah.
They didn't even handle each other. That's the point. Because Semenyo didn't have a chance. Hincapi didn't have a chance. Hincapi playing at the back for you guys made you guys not to have an attacking threat on the left. So he made Trossard useless. So if you had a Calafiori, you have a Trossard who drops into the mid to help, and Calafiori goes out. Calafiori came on and did more than Hincapi did for 60 minutes. Hincapi was subbed by 60 minutes.
All our
Calafiori
forwards
had a shot.
Not just
check fourth mob.
All of the
check fourth mob. Only 2 players got over 7. Calafiori and Saliba. It's a problem. It tells you a whole lot, right? You've nullified Haaland. Haaland had a poor game today. You've nullified him. He worked hard, no doubt, but you've nullified him. But then what happens going forward? So I felt like Hincapi being in that starting 11 was a mistake. Ben White, okay, you had no right back because Jurgen Timber is injured. I knew from the last game. Then I felt Saka too was a bit nullified. I felt Saka, he was like walking around the pitch, if I must say. And I tried to watch this as a neutral to say, okay, who am I going to support to win, right? Then I felt if you had started with Noni and Martinelli, forget about Trossard. Bring Trossard as an impact player. If you had started with Noni and Martinelli, you test City's resolve with Nunes, against Nunes and O'Reilly, right? O'Reilly was chilling. Imagine O'Reilly having a 9.0 performance today. He was chilling because, you know what? He didn't even need to play left back. All he needed to do was, when City are without the ball, he drops back into the back four. when City are with the ball, he enters the midfield and becomes part of a midfield four or
Yes.
attacking
So
four.
sorry,
So
sorry. Yeah,
go
finish it
ahead.
now.
Go ahead.
No, finish it now. I'll
Go
cut you
ahead.
off. No, I was going to
Okay.
say that you no, you finish. You finish. You finish.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is Martinelli's pace would have tested the resolve of City. Then you bring in a Trossard who come and change the game from a mature perspective. You started Trossard, he was still nullified either ways, right? So why play Trossard for up to 82 minutes only to bring Martinelli later? So I felt the substitutions were a bit off because Martinelli against that City back line, he's scored a goal against City before this season already. If you remember that through ball, that long ball that went through. So yeah, Martinelli can be off and on and all of that. They've nullified Gyökeres, they've nullified Havertz. I mean, throw on your whole kitchen sink. You've lost 1-0 already. You're 1-0 down or 2-0. Throw the kitchen sink from 65 minutes. Because they
Yeah.
considered from the 65th minute, 60 and 64, 4 minutes apart. Throw the kitchen sink at City. City don't let them throw the kitchen sink at them. We did it against them. We know. They don't like long balls. They don't like you to throw kitchen sink at them. Throw it. That's it. Czechie was average today. If you look at it, he was just trying to be all nice and swaggerlicious and stuff. Bro, we don't like that guy. Even we as United fans don't like that guy at all, right?
Yeah.
We nullified them when we played them. So I think Arteta kind of screwed it up in this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree that Arteta did overthink it. But you're saying about O'Reilly going
O'Reilly.
into yes. That is why I don't like Zubimendi is hot and cold. One game good, one game bad. One game good, one game bad. I didn't really see Zubimendi's impact in the game. The first goal, he did not read the situation well. Like his eyes was closed when he was trying to attack the ball.
Yeah,
Zubimendi is like 24, 25. O'Reilly is like 17, 18. How would you allow a 17, 18-year-old boy to bully you? Like I don't understand.
Just
that.
To shock you, Zubimendi is 27. Just to shock you, he should be
well
experienced.
Even makes it worse. How are you allowing a 17, 18-year-old person to bully you on the ball? It doesn't make any sense at all. And not only that, I didn't even see his contribution in the game. When Arteta was making subs, I was hoping that Zubimendi will be one of the changes but no, Zubimendi stayed on.
Should have even taken Zubimendi off and brought on Nogard, shore up the defensive midfield. That's it.
Yes, because you could see that
City
were having
play Nogard and Rice. Play Zubimendi, Nogard and Rice. Just kind of lock it up in that middle.
For me, I didn't even you talk about Martinelli coming on. I didn't think that Martinelli could have made any difference because he came on. We didn't even see him in the game. Like he was useless.
He was too late.
For me, I'm already done with Martinelli. I'm done with Martinelli anyway. I was not hoping to see him start. I was thinking that maybe like Max Dalman or something will come on because
X Factor.
The Everton game, the Everton game is we would say it's much more prestigious, much tougher than the League Cup. If you can trust him to play the Everton game that was more high pressure, why can't you bring him on in this one? I didn't want to see Martinelli. I'd have preferred to see like maybe take Saka off, bring in Max Daman, or if you want to, or move Saka to the left and take Trossard off. But I just think that, Arteta overthought this one. This is a mistake, and hopefully he learns from it because City, I don't know if it's the experience showed. Experience showed. You could Salah. No, Salah. In the second half, Haaland was having a after they scored the 2 goals. Haaland grew into the game.
Chilling.
Yes, which also showed to me that our players kind of like their head dropped after the second goal. They knew, this game is done. This game is done. And Alan began to have fun. Sheki began to have fun. O'Reilly was enjoying himself. Semenyo began to like throw crosses into the box. It was frustrating in the end, but fair play to Manchester City.
Just as you said, what happened, is a here we go moment for Arsenal. The Arsenal players like, oh, here we go again. And then that was it. Everybody locked up. You could see Rice kind of drop in intensity a little bit. And then I looked at Zubimendi, and the first thing I thought about was Vitinha at PSG. I'm like, deep line playmaker, central midfielder that holds the ball and dictates play. Like, immediately City scored. City just went back. This is your moment. Take control of the game, right? Or Arteta, throw the kitchen sink. You know what? I've dropped Christian Nogard in that midfield, and I say Zubimendi and Rice, push up. That's it. You guys push up, add to Saka, add to Trossard, or add to Madueke, and Gyökeres. Just push up. Rice can do box to box. But then immediately you bring on an attacker, bring on another attacker, take off a midfielder, take off a Havertz, and then put Rice in right back. You've
Yeah,
told
take
us
up
that
and
you've
White.
lost.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean, there's a
finished.
start before the game that Arteta has never lost at Wembley with Arsenal as a
Mm,
player or manager. He's played five,
yeah,
he's played 8, he's won 5 and drawn 3.
yeah.
It's like
Well,
they haven't lost to City in
records.
their last 6 meetings. Arsenal haven't lost to City in their last 6 meetings.
Hmm.
Bro, it's
No,
tough, man.
it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. So do you think that City is going to get the momentum in the Premier League and the title race is going to be on now that they've lost the game, or you think that Arsenal has this one already in the bag?
Um, so now the title is in Arsenal's to lose. It's in Arsenal's hands to lose. With regards to City, I think this title race is done. I kind of switched off of the title race because it will take a serious capitulation from Arsenal for Arsenal to lose this league title. I mean, if you take a look at Arsenal's fixtures, I mean, they have all three competitions: the FA Cup, the
Mhm.
Champions League, and then the league. You look at
Yeah,
Arsenal's fixture lists, it can tell you it can give you a sense of an idea of what is to come, right? And Arsenal still has, I mean, very tough games. You have Fulham, Newcastle. You still have Man City to play again, right?
yes,
Later in April. You have Bournemouth as well, and then you have Southampton in the FA Cup after now.
yeah. That's the
So
next
these are
game.
the
Yes.
games, yeah, from here on to like 2nd of May, barring
Mhm.
whatever happens in the Champions League and all of that. So it's Arsenal's to lose. And where I think there are going to be some banana peels is against Newcastle and against Bournemouth. I don't think you guys are going to have any issues with Man City. That game could just end in a draw, and Arsenal will just do what Arsenal does, especially this season, where they have to, if they want to lock it up, they lock it up. We'll rather play nil-nil than lose
Mm,
the game. Which is something I'm crediting Arsenal for because of a situation where they found a way to win.
yeah,
It's not beautiful, it's not nice. And I listen to you when you make analysis like that, and I'm like, yeah, this is actually facts. They found a way to win. Nobody's going to remember that Arsenal played a certain way or a boring football. Who is going to be on
mm,
the trophy? Arsenal. Whether you
yeah,
played boring, nobody's going to remember, oh, they played against Everton and they played boring football and won. No. Nobody's going to remember
mm,
all those ones. All they're going to remember is who won the trophy, Arsenal, after 20 something years or whatever. So
and now they'll
there's
say
some
show the
potential
highlights
banana
of the
peel.
goals. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
yeah,
They'll say, oh, Gabriel Magalhaes was astounding. He was scoring from set pieces. Nobody's going to
yeah,
say, oh, they played boring. They played this.
mm,
No. If they ever go
mm,
to documentary, all they're going to be running is documentary of what Arteta said in the changing room, what the
yeah,
players said on the pitch, what Gabriel did, how he
mm,
galvanized the team, how
yes.
he's in the talk, in the potential to be a
Aces, goals, all of those ones. Yeah.
exactly, bro. So
Mm,
when you think about all those things, nobody's going to remember. In fact, they'll even show the flashiest of goals. They will not show you
yeah.
all the like set pieces, right? So these are the things
No.
we have to look at. Bournemouth, yeah, and there might be a banana peel, but banana skin, but it's like what the place where I think is going to be really defining for Arsenal is Newcastle and the Man City game.
Mm,
Yeah, that's where I
yeah.
see they see a potential slip up there. Newcastle maybe trying to get closer to the European places.
Hmm.
Yeah. So for
Yeah.
me, it's Arsenal's to lose basically, and you have to just be so horrible to now lose
Mhm.
3 games to give Man City a 10 points swing. That's
Yeah,
going to
no,
be
no,
really hard.
that's not going to happen. So even
Yeah.
though the loss to the in the Carabao final is quite painful, it's quite painful. But I have
Yeah.
solace in the fact that we are 9 points clear in the league. I'm hoping that Chelsea can do something and get City to drop points again, and then the league is finalized. But I'm hoping, regardless, they are going to win the
Yeah,
league.
but
I've been
Chelsea are
confident.
horrendous.
Yeah, I've been confident in the start of the season, so I'm hoping that that happens. I was crying for 2 trophies, but right now it seems that it's only Premier League that is sure because of the performance today. If
So
they
you're
had
not sure
shown
of the
fight,
Champions League.
no, if they had shown fight, if the
You're not
players
sure
had
of the
shown
Champions League.
fight, No. If the players had
Yeah,
shown fight, I would have been like, okay, you know what? Even though we lost, I know that in the FA, if you get to the FA Cup final, at least there's fight. Something can happen. If we get to the Champions League final, something can happen. But today, it shows that the players are also wearing the history at the back of their head, in the back of their mind. Like like Arsenal's not won in a long time. It's on us to change history.
yeah,
And so any goal or
yeah,
any, like, I think that they also knew that the first goal that we considered from Kepa, if Raya was there, that's not happening.
yeah,
They know this, right? They can see this. So it's
yeah,
already kind of
yeah,
affected them, because that was one of the first shots on target that we considered from City. And that's a goal.
yeah,
So the defenders
yeah,
were doing their best to stave off
yeah,
City all match. And then one of the first shots on target
yeah.
was a goal. Like that affects a player's mentality. So
Wow.
I know that the next couple of finals that we're going to
Mentality.
get,
Yeah.
hopefully it's going to be David Raya. So that will be different. But the game is done. It is what it is. We've lost this one. Hopefully we can still win something major. The Premier League is bigger than the Carabao Cup. Everyone knows that. I was hoping for 2 trophies. I will take one. I will take one for now. That one is gone. But let's move
Yeah,
on
it's
to
Arsenal to lose. I'll say this. Go ahead.
no. You finish the point. I was about to move on to the next one.
Yeah. I, yeah, I'm saying it's Arsenal to lose. And I'll say this anywhere, any day, anytime. Because in truth, Arsenal have worked, like, in as much as I don't like the fact that they're going to win it, they've worked so hard to get here. Like 6 years, bro. Like, of those 6 years, they finished 8 twice, finished third, they finished second twice or 3 times. It's not going to be like, you come here now, get to the finish line, and then don't cross it. It's just the
Yeah.
narrative that's going to follow after the game that I don't like. But then after the league season that I don't like, but then it's Arsenal to lose, and it's going to take a huge 10-point swing for Man City to actually usurp them. So yeah, I think this
Yeah.
title is done.
Yeah, fair enough. And while we're talking, even though the weekend did not end well for Arsenal, I can still take some solace, even not just in the Arsenal might or could win the Premier League. I can take solace in the fact that all the haters, you're not a hater, DJ Pablo, but all the haters drop points.
Yeah,
Manchester United drew to Bournemouth 2-2. Chelsea lost to
yeah,
Everton
yeah,
3-0. That was the sweetest of all of the games at the weekend. And Liverpool as well, 2-1,
yeah.
because one of our editor for Run of Play is a Liverpool
Oh man,
fan. He
that
always,
Liverpool one was the
yeah, it
sweetest
was,
of victories.
yeah, it was very, very nice. I didn't like that Villa won, but you know, um, whatever. But now the top 4 race is quite open, right? Do you think that United are going to? Someone was saying last episode that he thinks that United are going to finish second. Are you also in that boat, or you think it's going to be a third place finish for United?
Okay. I had a take at the beginning of the season from the first day Man United played Arsenal, and I'm not going to tell you the take until the end of the season. But
Okay.
I think there's a chance for United to be second. Why do I say so? We want Arsenal to beat Man City. Man United are pretty much, say, 5 points behind City, 6 points
Yes.
behind City. We're 6 points behind City, and that's 2 games. And City have 2. I think I was looking at their fixtures. They have a potential for 2 games where they can slip up, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be annoyed because they crashed out the Champions League, which makes it more difficult. But they have the Arsenal game. Arsenal could be out for revenge against City, and it's not in no distant time. City face Liverpool, so they'll focus in their next game in the FA Cup. So they'll focus heavily on that one. But the next game after that is Arsenal. So
Yeah.
Arsenal want to kind of revenge, and that's 3 points gone. If Arsenal manage to get a 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever win against
Yeah.
City, that's 3 points gone. And we can finish second so long as we win the rest of the games to the end of the season. While Arsenal do what they need to do against City, and then any other person just gets a draw here and there, because City are capable of getting draws.
Yeah,
Then
but
we
are you
finish second.
confident that
But for now,
United are
I
going
think
to? Are you confident United are going to win the rest of the games? Because you've had like 2 or 3 draws now in a row. So isn't that
not
like
in a row.
telling you?
No, we had a draw,
Mhm.
a loss, and a win in the last 3
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. A draw, a
So
loss, and a win. We had the loss to Newcastle, we had the draw to Bournemouth, and then we had a win against Aston Villa. So
yeah. So with that kind of form, do you think what's giving you the confidence that you can just go unbeaten to the end of the season? Because yet, I know you're saying if Arsenal's beat City, which is a slim chance,
Mm,
like what's the
yeah,
guarantee? What gives you
slim.
that hope?
I'm looking at our fixtures here. We've got the next 5 games. We face Leeds,
Hmm.
Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool, and Sunderland. The
Yeah,
difficult games here are going to be the Liverpool game. I'm not worried
and
about
Leeds,
Chelsea at all. I'm not worried
and
about
Leeds.
Chelsea. You say
Don't
what?
sleep on Leeds. Don't sleep on
We
Leeds.
drew with Leeds. We drew with Leeds.
Leeds.
It's Old Trafford.
Yeah, but Leeds are still kind
So
of in a relegation battle. This is the squeaky bum time. They will
I'm no Leeds are
if they
15
get
with 33 points.
yes, if they get a draw, they'll come to Old Trafford hoping for a draw. If they get a draw, that is a very good point for them. So I'm just saying, don't
Oh
sleep
yeah,
on Leeds.
oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but if I look at our fixtures, like we have had only one loss in 5 games, the last 5 games. Yeah.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, when I look at like the lineup of fixtures, like we just need one new Leeds are our you know we're talking about rivalry here. Man
Yeah.
City is not as hated as Leeds when it comes to Man United.
Hmm.
Man United versus Leeds is a rivalry for the ages. If Leeds
Exactly.
like let them go to championship and come back, it's a rivalry so it makes
Yeah.
it even hard. We were playing Leeds when we played them in a draw in the first leg. That was even when we were having issues with Amorim and everything. Now that the ship is kind of steady, I don't 1-0 is enough for us to just beat Leeds, right?
Okay.
Where I'm worried is Liverpool. Where I'm worried is Liverpool, and that's like 27th of April. It's going to be a really tough one, and that's at Old Trafford too as well. But
Hmm.
then we also have a good home record. We have a horrible away record. We've won 2 games in the last 8, right?
Hmm.
And we go to face Chelsea, so that could also be a banana peel. But
Hmm.
then the rest, a home game against Brentford, that's a revenge mission for us. A home
Hmm.
game against Liverpool, well, I don't know what the outcome will be because I don't know the Liverpool are faced on the day. Then
Hmm.
Sunderland too. That's an away game. That's
Yeah.
tough. So these 5 games, if we can we'll do our job and win our next 5 games, then I think we will get closer to second.
Fair
Then
enough.
because right now, Aston Villa are hot on our heels, 1 point behind. So we cannot
Hmm.
be losing ground and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And then are closer to Chelsea than Everton are
Yeah.
closer to Chelsea and Liverpool than the others. That's hard.
So like I said, so you are thinking United second but third minimum, right?
Minimum, yes. Yes.
Minimum.
Yes.
So who's going to finish?
Yes.
Who's going to finish fourth? Because David Moyes said today that like he has one eye in check. There's a chance for them to finish in Europe, either Conference League or Champions League. He didn't even say Europa League. He skipped that one. He says either going to be Conference League or
Yeah.
Champions League
Yeah.
because Everton has a
Champions
good run
League.
of
Yeah.
form at this point in time. So, do you think that Chelsea are going to
Yeah.
finish fourth, or like who's going to be fourth for you?
So coming from Everton, they are going to be playing their next game is against Brentford.
Mm,
And Everton have 3 wins from 5 with 2 losses in between. Brentford are draw specialists now. 3 draws
yeah.
from the last 5 games. So that game is going to determine whether they finish higher or lower. But the battle for that fourth spot is between Villa, Liverpool, and Chelsea. And Villa just came off of a 3 game losing streak to win against West Ham, and they face
Yes.
Nottingham
Yes.
Forest as a tough team.
Hmm.
So Chelsea are not going to be able to make that because obviously they're playing Man City next, so it's
Yeah.
going to be tough. Liverpool, hot and I think it's Villa because Liverpool face Fulham next, and Liverpool
Mm,
are not looking good against smaller teams.
yeah, they
So
are not.
I don't know. Then Everton and Brentford are facing each other, so they'll flip it eventually. It will flip somehow.
Mhm.
It's crazy, man. That top 4 race. Forget I've moved up a little bit from them,
Yeah.
please. Like, nobody should drag me into fourth.
True, true.
Oh man, I'm so happy that we're
Yeah,
up,
for now.
but then it's like
Yeah, there's still lots of games to play. And it's football, anything
there are
can
lots of
happen.
games to play. There's like 8 games, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
to be fair, if I don't want Chelsea to even finish in the top four. they should finish like sixth. I want them to be in Europa League. That's where I want them to finish. I don't mind like Villa and Liverpool going like
Europa
fourth.
League. Why
Yes,
don't they
that's where.
just drop down to the Conference League and continue from where they stopped last year, bro?
No,
They
I
just
don't
drop
think
down
that's.
to the Conference League and continue from where they stopped.
I don't think that will be possible. But anyways, relegation. Do you think Tottenham are going down because they are just hanging by a thread,
They
just
should go
one
down.
point above relegation zone?
They have to go down. I know why I say they have to go down. I
Why?
sent the
Why?
video from the beginning of the season. A certain
Mm.
Tottenham fan, he's a top content creator. He said, I am above you. I know you must have seen that viral video. I'm above you. I've leveled up. I've won a trophy. And you're going to be in the relegation next season. Was telling the Man United fan.
Mm.
And now they are in the relegation. It's so therapeutic to listen to them crash out.
Yeah.
The next game they play is against an informed Sunderland that don't lose. I think that game is that don't lose at home easily. So they could still lose more.
Yeah.
Tottenham, for them to escape, need to get 10 points from the next 7 games. They need to get 10 points from 7 to be safe. They are 30 points now, 1 point ahead of West Ham. Northern Forest beat them and swapped and went to 32 points. Northern Forest need 8 points to be safe.
Yes.
So it's going to be really tough. I think they're going down. West Ham might scrape it. They just need like a couple wins and they'll scrape it, but I think they're going down, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like West Ham to stay and Tottenham to go down, but I don't know, man, because West Ham are inconsistent. Tottenham are also inconsistent.
Yeah,
Like
they're
during
so
the week,
inconsistent.
yeah, they beat or they drew to Liverpool, and then they beat
They lost.
Atletico Madrid 3-2. They beat Atletico Madrid. On aggregate, it was like 5-3 on aggregate. So they were thinking that, you know what, they have some momentum.
Yeah.
But I think the players will know that since we can do that against Liverpool and against Atletico Madrid. But on the other hand, those are big teams. It's easier to, if you're a big team, you don't mind stepping up for the big teams like the players. But smaller teams, there's something in the players' mind that will let them to switch off, kind of. So
drop down a little bit.
So maybe that's why they are going to go down. But yeah,
bro, they face Sunderland next, and Sunderland don't play with big teams, bro.
No, Sunderland have a chance to go to Europe
West
as
Ham,
well. So they want to.
Exactly. West Ham are going to play Wolves. So that's a battle as well. That's like a maybe like a 12-point swing. I could go anyway. They play Wolves, and then Tottenham play Sunderland.
Yeah.
So if something happens now, West Ham could be pulled out and Tottenham could be dragged back down. Because West Ham just need to get a point against Wolves, and they will be on the same points with Villa, with Spurs. But if West Ham win Wolves by any means necessary, then they will have 32 points and they will climb out of relegation zone. And if Sunderland lose, they are dragged back in.
Yeah.
And it's a battle to the end of the season.
Yeah, like it's just quite interesting, the top 4 battle and the relegation battle. As usual, this time of the season is quite interesting. But yeah, hope Arsenal win the league. Are you on the keep Michael Carrick train?
No, unfortunately.
Why?
But then, okay, so I'll tell you why no, and I'll tell you why I'm not against keeping him. So no, because obviously he was brought in with one job, steady the ship.
Yeah.
And he's done that. He's got us a couple wins. We were the informed team heading into the Newcastle game.
Yeah.
Right. We were the one with the team with the longest unbeaten record with wins as well. Now Bournemouth are the team with the longest unbeaten record. They have 11 now. So we came into that game with so much confidence, and then they got a red card, and then we could barely come out of first gear, and they scored and they won. If we had drawn that game, that would have given us a bit of confidence. So it's how Mikel Carrick manages games like these that gives us questions, especially like even look at the last game against Bournemouth. We expected him to basically make his subs early, throw the kitchen sink when needed. If a person is not performing well, drop him off and bring the next one. Casemiro got a yellow card. Dynamics of the game change. Why don't you take him off at the 60th minute, bring on Ugarte, tell Ugarte to do a defensive job so that Menu can flourish? But he did it. He brought Ugarte on at the 82nd Afcon minutes, like how many minutes will Lugate influence the game? So is these kinds of games that where we expect him to pull off wins, that's where he's faltered, right? So
So
in
it's not,
other words, we
not
just kind of like feel Michael Carrick is not. He's a good manager.
tactically,
He's a
it's
Man
not
United
tactically
legend.
astute.
He's a
Yes.
very calm, respectable guy. He's tactically sound because I watched his Middlesbrough game. I did research as well. I followed him from 2022 when he moved to Middlesbrough as a manager, and he's tactically sound. He knows
Because
he's
because
when
you're
I saw
hoping
some of the things that
was
Arsenal was doing. You said?
because you're hoping was going to be a United manager, so you're following him to see what.
No, I was like, no, I was yes. Yeah, you could say yes, that's true.
Yes.
That's actually correct. Yeah. I was hoping he was going to be a Man United manager, considering that he had an unbeaten run before he left. Beating Arsenal along the way, though, by the way. So on that on that ground, now I followed him. I still follow Kieran McKenna's progress. He's struggling in the championship, but he's doing well in the top 8, I think. But for Michael Carrick, I followed him and I observed his style of play, and it's kind of pretty similar to what he's doing here. He's playing that 3-5-2, 3-2-5 in possession, 4-2-2, 4-4-2 without possession, sometimes 4-1-4-1 without possession. So I see all of those tactics and those movements within he just needs a good team. But then you look at Man United's problem off the field, that tells you, yeah, man. If they choose Carrick, we'll back him, because there's no manager that will come to Man United and that manager will want to be called a head coach. But that's what the board want. The board want a head coach, the manager. So it's going to be a problem. But yeah,
you can
if he stays, we'll back him. If he goes,
you can always sign Rosinho after he leaves Chelsea. You know, he's going to be a good head coach. He's going to age men at Manchester United. They will unite the men in Manchester United.
Nah, man. Rosinho has said his mentor is Alex Ferguson, but yeah, man. That guy is. You should have just stayed at Strasbourg or gone to another club before he comes here, because he was assistant coach under Wayne Rooney. Funny enough, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Let's round up with our lovely continent, Africa. You know, Senegal won Afcon. 2 months later, CAF, Confederation of African Football, decided that, you know what, the decision that the referee made on the pitch is invalid, that Morocco are the rightful champions, and Senegal, what's it called now, conceded or surrendered the game when they left the pitch.
Yeah.
Right? They forfeited the game when they left the pitch. So what do you think about that? What's your take? Do you think that it's about like the African football is fair, or do you think there's some politics involved, or like what?
I think there's some politics involved, because the people who appealed for those things didn't think it through before appealing. Of what benefit would it be that Morocco won the Afcon? Is it because they're going to get more money and that's it? It doesn't make Morocco celebrate again. It doesn't make them feel like they celebrated in the final. It doesn't make them do that top open bus tour. It's gone. It's stale. If you celebrate it, nobody's going to recognize it. They're just going to have your name as African champions. It's pointless. But if we remember, Sadio Mane never left the pitch, albeit he went into the dressing room to call the players, but he never left the pitch. And if he never left the pitch, then the players never left the pitch. At least one player was there. My brother reminded me of something where he said that Benin Republic, at a certain time in the past, were supposed to be awarded is it the same Morocco? Benin Republic and Morocco are playing in the final. Morocco walked off the pitch, and Benin Republic won the final. And Morocco came back and won the final. They awarded Morocco, but they never awarded Benin Republic because Benin Republic walked off the pitch. But I now reminded him, I said, Article 81 and 84 and all of the articles that they referenced, was it in play at the time? Was it enacted at the time when these whole tournaments, when the Afcon was going on at that time? If it wasn't, then it's invalid to make the argument.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the referee said that article was...
Yeah, the referee said it was the referee at the time. Yeah. That's the Senegalese players' argument, because they're like we've already settled all of this already. So why are you bringing it back 2 months later?
Yeah.
And I support
Yeah.
them because they say they're not going to return the trophy. They're not returning their winners medal. They're
Oh
not
yeah.
like they've won it. They've won it. Like
Yeah.
why come 2 months later?
It just
And
brings it brings the African tournament to disrepute and makes Jamie Carragher feel like he's right to say what he said in the past, right?
yeah.
So it's crazy. And the truth is it's actually disappointing that Africa is doing this when it's never been done in anywhere in the world. We all know what was going on. Okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to find Morocco for all the antics and taking the goalkeeper's
Taking
towel
towels,
and all those?
yeah. Come on. Yeah, it's just a nuisance. Like this Afcon
It's crazy,
was not
man.
it was not that enjoyable, to be fair. Because of all of
I
the
agree with
antics
you
that was going on.
110%.
Yeah, it was not.
I agree with you 100%. I enjoyed the Ivory Coast one more. Even when we lost in the final, I enjoyed it more than this
Yeah.
one. This one was like even the players when they came on the pitch, they knew when they're facing Morocco, they knew we're 11 against 15. Because you have guys on the side of the pitch doing their antics.
The ref
Players
was on the
diving
Moroccan
anyhow.
side, yeah.
Ref was on, bro, man.
Yeah,
imagine you had a
too
game
much.
between a Western African team and a Northern African team, and you brought a Northern African referee. How does that work? Right? So it was tough. It was tough.
But anyway, that's
It's
what we're going to
disappointing
leave
for
it
African
today.
football, and it doesn't tell well for us as a continent when we manage.
Well, at
our
least the last
tournaments.
one is going to be in the summer, so there'll be more eyes on it. Hopefully, they step up and and do better.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they learn from all of this kerfuffle and do better next time. Have a better product. But yeah, man, thank you, DJ El Pablo. I'm going to leave his channel in the title, so you guys press subscribe. It's on the road to 5K.
Bro,
over there.
that journey is tough, man. Please subscribe, please. I also check out Dr. Toves as well. He does a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah,
you're not checking out, you're missing. He's a measure, and I have to say this, like he does a measured analysis to the game. And credit to you, like like all the other content creators I see that are just high and low and high and low and high and low.
No, that's why I started it in the first place. I was tired of the high and low as well. Yeah, I was tired of those flip-floppers. So I was like, you know what? I have a channel. Let me talk. Let me say my own mind.
Exactly.
So
and I like the fact that you talked about Arsenal's, just not to bring us back to Arsenal, but Arsenal's way of playing. And you talked about the fact that you don't like the style of play, but if it gets us a win, then it's fine, right?
Last. That's all that matters, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on today. Thanks for repping the boys. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. Please press the like button, this channel and DJ Pablo's channel as well. And have a fantastic week, people. Arsenal lost the Carabao Cup Final, but we will win the Premier League. Don't you worry about that. And United might finish second. Who knows? At this stage now, because of this loss, United should finish second and City should finish third. That's it.
If City finish third, that will be. In fact, you know what they will say? Mikel Carrrick take the job. That's what they will say. I know this. Yeah. I know my people. I would know my ex-players. They're gonna say, "Give him the contract." He finished second. Give him the contract.
Yeah,
those guys.
But yeah, we'll see. Please, DJ Pablo, what next are you doing on your channel that people can follow? Like, what's your next show or next stream?
So next one, I'm doing a tactical analysis of how Man United drop points to Bournemouth, and then over the next, because there's 23 days before Man United play the next game. That's a long time. Barring if you take out the 14 days from international break, then we still have another like 10 days before our next game, because after the international break is an epic cup weekend. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and feature a couple Man United fans as well on the channel, to break down, because actually the club is in the back end. The club is going through a lot, so we need to talk about all of those things. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's just going to be a fan reaction show, but then there is going to be tactical analysis of how Man United lost to drop 2 points to Bournemouth. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fair enough. And then on this channel, Dr. Tope's Corner, we are going to be streaming Monday evening, 7 p.m. GMT ish African time. We're still reacting to
emphasis on the ish.
Yes, now still reacting to the Carabao Cup final. Me, Johnny Boy, and hopefully Jiga. Please check that out and support us. But have a nice week, people. We're going to catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.
Peace.